Hey, mathematicians, we're back talking about point slope form. Keeping in mind that point slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. This is the last of the different forms of linear equations we're going to talk about. So we're going to start out by just taking these equations and identifying the slope and the ordered pair. So for this first one, my slope is 3 because it's the number before the variable. And my ordered pair is -9, +6. I'm being sure to take the sign opposite the one preceding the number. So it'd be -9, 6. With the second example, my slope is going to be -3/4. Again, it's the number prior to the grouping symbol with the x. And then my ordered pair is 4, -2. Again, this is my x sub 1. This is my y sub 1. And I'm taking the sign opposite what's in front of it. Looking at the next one, my slope is 1/3. That's the number prior to the grouping symbol. And my ordered pair is going to be -4, 0. Here's my x sub 1, and I take the sign opposite that, and then it's 0, so -4, 0. Looking at this next one, y minus 2 equals x minus 3. If there's no number multiplied by a group, we know that it's 1. So in this case, the slope is going to be 1. And my ordered pair is going to be 3, 2. Again, this is my x sub 1. This is my y sub 1. And I pick the sign opposite the one that's in front. When I look at this next one, my slope is 0. That's the number preceding the ordered pair, or the grouping symbol with x. Then my ordered pair is -1, 4. I pick the number and the opposite sign, pick the number and the opposite sign. So -1, 4. And last, my slope is 2. That's the one before x that stays consistent from slope form, point slope form, and slope intercept form. And my ordered pair is going to be 0, -1. 0 because there's nothing added to the x, and -1 because I take the opposite sign and then 1. All right. So when you're looking at these, those are the main pieces that you want to see. We want you to be able to identify the slope and the ordered pair. All right, so graph. How do we go ahead and graph these? All right, well, you always begin at your ordered pair. So for example, this one, the ordered pair is -1, 4. Again, x, take the sign opposite. Y, take the sign opposite. So I begin at -1, 4. The slope of this line is 0. And that tells me, right? That's a horizontal line that goes through there. So I'm just going to draw myself a horizontal line. I probably should do it in blue just so it makes sense. All right. And there we go. My horizontal line. Looking at the next one, we've got y equals 1/3 times the quantity x plus 4. So again, finding my ordered pair, it's going to be -4, 0. Taking the 4 is my x, taking the sign opposite that, so -4. There's nothing added to the y, so that's 0. And my slope is 1/3. So I'm going to begin at my ordered pair, that's -4, 0. And I'm going to use the slope to determine my rise over run. So I rise 1, run 3. Rise 1, run 3. Rise 1, and run 3. And there's my line. All right. So we're using the point as our starting point. We're using the slope as a way to move, much like we did with slope intercept form, where you began at your y-intercept and you used your slope to move from there. Let's go to the next one. All right, when I look at this one, my slope is 1. Again, there's no number shown multiplied by the x, so that's a 1. And my ordered pair is going to be 3, 2. Here's my x, here's my y. Take the opposite sign. And so when I do this, I begin at 3, 2. I rise 1, run 1. Rise 1, run 1. And I draw my line. Make sure when you draw your line, you use a straight edge. Put your arrows on the end. I don't want any squiggly lines, right? We're writing linear equations, not squiggly equations, right? Here we go. Again, when you're looking at it, you begin at your ordered pair. So 4, -2. Here's my x, take the opposite sign. Here's my y, take the opposite sign. So I begin at 4, -2. My slope is -3/4. So that means I go down 3 over 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Or I can go up 3 and back 4. Right. And there's my line. I draw my line. Try this again. Here we go. Okay, we're going to try it again. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Here we go. Next one. We're going to write the equation of this line in point slope form. So again, like we talked earlier, you want to make sure you set up your equation. All right, so we're going to set it up like this. Y minus equals m times the quantity x minus. All right, so now I need to find my slope and I find a point. So I'm going to pick this point, which is -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, 5. I could also pick this point, which is 1, 1. Doesn't matter which point I use. And I want to find the slope. My slope is rise 1, 2, 3, 4, go backwards 2. So my slope is 4 over -2, which is -2. So that's what's going to go in here. That's my slope. And now I got to find an ordered pair. I have 2 ordered pairs. You can pick either or. Either or. So it could be a 1 and a 1. Or there is a possible second answer. And you can have either one. You do not need both. You can have the point slope form with either point. And on the answer key, it'll list both of those, right? Now, when you're entering your answers into the Schoology submission, when you enter them in, I don't want any spaces. And then that'll help you write it exactly how I have it. All right, let's try another one. So I still think it's super important that we write out the general formula. And again, when I make these videos, I fully anticipate that you pause, that you move forward, you know, that kind of thing. You go back and you fix it how you need to. You take time to watch these. So when I look at this, I've got 2 ordered pairs. I've got 2, 3, and I have -5, 1. So when I write my equation, I can use either one of those. The next thing I need to figure out is my slope. So I rise 1, 2, I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I run 7. So the slope is 2 7ths. So that's going to go here. And then you pick which equation which ordered pair you want to use. You could use 2, 3, in which 3 is the y value and 2 is the x. Or you could use the other one, y minus 1 is equal to 2 7ths times the quantity x plus 5. Either one of these will work beautifully. You pick which one, and both of them are possible. You only have to put one down, right? Only need one down. All right, we're going to work through a couple more, and then you're going to get a chance to practice this. So we need to write it in point slope form that passes through those points. Point slope form, again, y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. I need to know the slope and a point. So the first thing I'm going to do here is find the slope. So -6 minus 6 over -4 minus 2 is -12 over -6, which is 2. All right, that's my slope. Then I can use either points. So y minus blank equals blank times the quantity x minus blank. So y minus 6 is equal to 2 times the quantity x minus 2. That's if I choose to use the first point. And if I choose to use the second point, y plus 6 is equal to 2 times the quantity x plus 4. And again, we use the opposite sign when we put it into the equation. Right? I like this next one. It pulls in parallel and perpendicular lines. We want to write an equation in point slope form that is parallel to this equation. Well, parallel means that their slopes are the exact same slope. So that means the slope of the new line is going to be 3 because it's got to match that slope. And it goes through this point. So I can fill this into my formula. So y minus blank equals blank times the quantity x minus blank. So y minus 7 is equal to 3 times the quantity x minus 2. There's my equation. One more, then it's work time for you. All right. We're going to write an equation in point slope form that is perpendicular. Perpendicular means my slopes are opposite and flipped. So the opposite of -2 is going to be positive 1/2, opposite and flipped. So my new slope is 1/2. So when I write out my equation, it's y minus something equals something times the quantity x minus something. My slope goes right here. My x is -4 and my y is 2. It's about filling in the missing information. All right, you've got time to work on 9-2. Reach out if you've got any questions. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye.